everyone. It is the final session, session 8 of Product University. I cannot believe that 2 months have gone by, that so much education has been instilled in our brains. And as always, I so appreciate you all for being here. I'm seeing hellos from Puerto Rico and Italy, all the way to New Jersey and even Tucson, where my sister went to college. So is it bear down for U of A? But anyways, thank you all so much for being here today. We have a fantastic session in store, but more importantly, we also have a final exam. So the session and the content that we have is actually pretty short because we've gone over the major important details of RIMAN and of the product lines. Today, we're really just kind of summarizing all of that into creating your own ritual or helping others do the same. And then we will go into the final exam. So if you are someone that said, hey, I just wanted my attendance, I'm going to go make dinner, you absolutely can do that. You do not have to participate in the final exam to be recognized and to ultimately be a RIMAN Product University graduate. So let's get started and I will share my screen. All right. Yes, so today's topic is the RIMAN ritual, why your skincare should and can always be self-care. I often say this, that so often skincare becomes an afterthought, becomes an obligation instead of something that is truly inspiring, that's transformational. You know, you get up early in the morning to get ready for work or to take care of your kids or to go to school, and you have to put something on your face. And by the end of the day, you got to wash it off. But it's so much more than that. It's all really a moment for you to slow down and appreciate yourself, appreciate your products, and ultimately perceive the difference that you can see on your skin because of those products. So when we come to appreciate skincare as an opportunity, it's really a fantastic platform for personal exploration and personal expression, so to speak. So designing your routine and its desired outcomes is a platform for endless opportunities of personal exploration, specifically with skincare treatments. You really are encouraging choices that are unique to you, even how you desire to style your hair or dye your hair or what makeup you put on. All of these are distinctly unique to you. Your skin concerns and your lifestyle also ultimately are going to influence your choices in your skincare routines, your cosmetics, and your hair and body care routines as well. So if you have joined me before for this final session, then you will know that the guy in this image is my dad. I always like mentioning that because anyone can appreciate self-care. It is important that everyone appreciates self-care. And my dad is an individual that taught me that early on. We'd get ready for a dinner or for our day, and sometimes he was in the bathroom getting ready longer than the rest of us because he had his routine and he appreciated what it did for him and his confidence. And you should feel empowered to do the same. Now, when we come to appreciate self-care, it's really instilled within the RIMAN mission statement. RIMAN is here to reimagine products and opportunities to inspire people to be the difference they seek in their world. And this is crucial that we really emphasize the world we're speaking of is your world, because of course there is also the world, but that is grandiose, that is large and very sometimes daunting to think about. To ultimately have an impact on the world, it is possible for anybody, but something that's much more attainable and digestible is also appreciating your world. And in turn, the differences you might make within your internal world can greatly impact the external world. So all we're saying here is that the difference can come in any scale and for any reason, but we want you to feel empowered with both your products and, of course, a business opportunity to transform what is around you, the people around you, to transform yourself, to transform the opportunities you see in day-to-day life, and that in turn can impact the world at large. Now, why do we ultimately prescribe rituals? Why do we ascribe to them? Why do we think they're important, these collections of products? It's really focusing on those basic tenets that we had prioritized on session 1 when we went over those product values, looking at K-beauty and the importance of specific formulation techniques and steps to truly bring about the results to your skin. But furthermore, in practicing a ritual, you have a sort of, what's the word? Not only agency, but you have kind of a greater respect of the daily habits of skincare or of personal care. In having a ritual and appreciating a routine as a ritual, you really have that kind of dedication to your craft almost, and that you can really romanticize what you're doing. So Specifically with us, when we are focusing on these skincare products, they are all designed to fit within a ritual because treatment in K-beauty really focuses on prevention and protection rather than problem solving. They really require consistency and patience, so to speak, to see results because those ingredients are often more gentle in nature or gentler in nature. So at its core, RIMAN aims to work with your skin and its health instead of against presenting issues, such that those issues don't occur to begin with. Thusly, the importance of ritual comes from the base of each of these products and the identity of each of these products. Gentler ingredients meant to work in a concept of layering within a team of other products. All of these products are really conducive for great skin health when they are married together in a ritual. Now, of course, we simplified the basic approach of K-beauty rituals through the 3 tenets of K-beauty of cleansing, hydrating, and protecting. Now, with cleansing, we of course remove daily impurities and prepare the skin for further treatment. Hydration is one of the most quintessential performances for so many different aesthetic benefits you might be looking for. Not only are you replenishing those water stores, but you're helping with daily cellular health, and in turn, you might be improving the brilliance of your skin, reducing the chances of fine lines and wrinkles, reducing the chances of acne lesions as well. And to lock in all those efforts, you have that protect step. And protect most quintessentially is UV protection. But with RIMAN, we always look at your skin's innate protection, which is your skin barrier. So refortifying your skin barrier, making sure it is strong and fully functioning can truly help maintain all of those efforts you've done in those previous steps. What's also crucial about the prioritization of these 3 K-beauty tenets is that it's not solely for your skincare. It applies to everything. It applies to your well-being. It applies to your hair and body care as well. Cleansing and ensuring that your systems are detoxified is crucial. Hydration, both internally and externally, and of course for your hair strands is important. And protecting all of those with UV protection, with hair antioxidant protection, and UV protection with internal protection in the consumption of antioxidants. Really, when we have established these 3 tenets of K-beauty, we looked at it holistically because everything about K-beauty, or excuse me, about RIMAN is holistic self-care. And that is done through not simply prioritizing your skincare ritual, but appreciating everything as a ritual. The supplements you consume, the food you consume, the workouts you do, and of course your hair and body care in kind. That ultimately is what's going to transform you in your personal well-being. Now, again, back to the specific look of our skincare. When we look towards the appreciation of rituals, as I've mentioned, we easily create pre-designed rituals so that you don't initially feel daunted by the concept of creating your own. Of course, with the education and with the utilization of these products, we want you to feel empowered to create your own ritual, to find the RIMAN ritual that's right for you, but you don't have to start from scratch. And so we have a variety of different rituals that you can choose based on what looks good to you, based on what or how many steps you want to have, what products you're interested in. And so, of course, we have here our signature RIMAN ritual. So this is what most individuals get started out with. It has most of the products that's in that expert experience kit that you can hand off to a prospect or to a family member. And it's prioritizing that key concept of K-beauty layering of gentle formulations for utmost results. And so we of course prioritize cleansing as that first step. And now we have so many different options for cleansing. I know we've gone over this in previous sessions, but you're always starting with that moisture cleansing oil for that oil-based cleaning to remove SPF or sebum or makeup. Then you can go in with more exfoliation with the cleansing powder wash. You can choose between the balancing gel cleanser now or the snow enzyme as your daily cleanser. You then step into hydration. And even within this, I know some individuals that swap the calming balance gel and the two-phase oil mist. They do the calming balance gel right after they cleanse. That is entirely fine. What's really important for the design of any ritual or routine is that you must focus on the viscosities of your product. So it's going to be thinnest product all the way to your thickest product last, of course, oftentimes being your moisturizer. So even though the calming balance gel seems to be much thicker than the mist, it is a water-based gel. So it breaks on contact with your skin, giving that water-thin, refreshing feeling upon massaging in, thusly having a comparable viscosity to the products that come before and after it. You finish with your Bousse Boo and your dermatology cream, and of course, during the day, that'll be your moisture layer sunscreen. But we also have people that perhaps have used this and want to advance, or individuals that immediately know their skin needs more oil, it is very dry, or they have specific targeted needs. That's, of course, for our advanced Riemann ritual. Similar conceptualization of those cleansing steps and those different cleansing offerings, but instead we're prioritizing those radiance and products as the main hydrators and moisturizers. Key here is that we haven't listed the moisture layer sunscreen, but that does not mean you should not use it. Typically, more often than not, I see the people appreciate the advanced Riemann ritual in the evening. And so we left out the moisture layer sunscreen, as it typically is a nighttime routine. But if you're using it in the daytime, please, of course, still continue to protect your skin. And of course, you can see here, any of these products that didn't show up with the signature ritual absolutely can. And we talked about that in creating your hybrid skincare routine, both in section 6 and for a Q&A in session 7. And for those that are overwhelmed, they say, hey, I use hand wash to clean my face, and I'm lucky if I use a moisturizer. We do also have those essential and basic basic rituals. And so our essential ritual, although it has a couple of pictures, it's just a few products. We're focusing on cleansing with just a singular product. And then you're going in with your Boo and the Derm Cream and protection to finish. Now, you might have seen all of these also are in the drive, by the way, and we have both printer-friendly versions and then these colored versions as well. But with the specific essential Riemann ritual, we also have recently introduced the essential double cleanse ritual. Same thing, where you have a very minimized routine, but in this instance, you're also introducing the double cleanse of K-Beauty and of Riemann. So you'll have the moisture cleansing oil first before your choice of water-based cleanser. And we have specific papers that go for your choice of either the snow enzyme or the balancing gel cleanser or the cleansing powder wash for the essential double cleanse ritual. The reason I go through all this, of course, is to remind you that these assets exist, that you can hand it off to somebody, so you don't have to be as hands-on when they create their own ritual, but that ultimately we wanted to make sure you had a foundation to ultimately create the Riemann ritual that is best for your skin. Now, really to tie this all together, and I kind of mentioned in the beginning, a huge part of really appreciating self-care as inspiration instead of obligation, and to appreciate skincare as self-care, is romanticizing routine and really practicing that agency and the discipline. That was what I was trying to look for. The discipline in committing to a ritual is huge, because that really influences your discipline in other things. But specifically with the creation of your skincare routine, we really want you to romanticize it. Feel the products you're utilizing, remark on the textures of them, how they make your skin feel, what you are experiencing in all sensory aspects, but also enjoy the social aspect of your Riemann ritual. Keep up with those who follow similar routines, help others design their own routine, suggest quick fixes or switches for individuals that are curious of a different product or different product line. We have a healthy Riemann family, and a lot of that is based within the ritual itself. So, embrace that and take part in it. But you also are more than welcome to incorporate beauty tools for relaxation habits, gua shas, performing it after a hot shower or in a hot shower if you have the Bodolab products, lighting candles and dimming the lights to really have that relaxing mood. A great way to appreciate your skincare or self-care, if you can't get into the mentality of it morning and night, is to transform your environment, to practice sleep hygiene as well, and to appreciate your skincare as part of your sleep hygiene in really preparing yourself for a good night's rest. All of this kind of creates that different appreciation of your self-care. Last but certainly not least, and again, something I've repeated, embrace the opportunity for personalization. Well, yes, a brand would love to create a skincare product or an entire line that works for everybody. It's really not possible, but that means that there's this fantastic opportunity for exploration and experimentation to find that right Riemann ritual. So if you commit to the signature Riemann ritual and you find that a texture is off, or you don't like a specific product, you are entirely open to creating what works best for you, for mixing and matching and removing what isn't working. Ultimately, you're still going to perceive the benefits, because all of these are Riemann skincare products. And that is it for our session today. So as per usual, I still have created an outline for you to share. It goes over those different rituals, the amount of products in each ritual, how many steps there are, goes over the concept of self-care and K-beauty and those main tenets. Feel free to scan it here, and also we will be dropping the URL in the chat as well. So I'll pause here for just a little bit, but stick around because that was just the beginning of this call.